Welcome into the latest edition of ESPN FC. I'm Dan Thomas, joined by Ali Moreno, Paul Mara, Shaka Hislop. We also welcome Raf Honigstein to the show. 7 days to go until the World Cup, but we start with a story which may see you once again bang your head against the wall because, according to the front page of Record, the big Portuguese sports newspaper, ready for this, everyone? Cristiano Ronaldo wants to leave Real Madrid. Now, there may be a sense of deja vu because you take it back to last year. The front page of Bola, another Portuguese newspaper, said, oh, look, Ronaldo wants to leave Spain. We have certainly been here before, Rafa Honigstein. However, this time, is there a sense that maybe, just maybe, there is something in this story?
Look, I think what is real is that Ronaldo is not happy. Ronaldo, I think, doesn't feel valued. You know, you can laugh about this, you can think it's a bit childish, but I think there's a genuine sense of him being slightly frustrated with the lack of commitment that he feels Real Madrid have shown him, both when it comes to signing a new contract or offering a new contract, and of course his remuneration, which is significantly lower than some of the biggest paid players elsewhere, namely at Barcelona and PSG. So I think that is the bottom line here. And of course there's a tax issue as well. So Ronaldo's not happy. What do Real Madrid do about this? I think the reason why the story doesn't go away is because Real Madrid so far have just said, we'll ride this out. We don't see any reason to offer more money. We don't see any reason to extend the contract till all the way into his mid-30s. And we keep hearing the story, especially coming from Ronaldo's camp, that he's unhappy, but Real Madrid are playing hardball. And I think they've got the better cards in their hand at the moment.
Take a look at it, and Neymar and Messi, since Ronaldo put pen to paper on a new contract at Real Madrid, have increased their salary. Ronaldo's looking at that and thinking, well, certainly I deserve a raise as well. Would you give him one if you're Real Madrid?
No, I wouldn't. I have to make this decision based upon what I think Ronaldo's going to be. Not now, but going to be 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Am I hanging on to Cristiano Ronaldo and thinking that he's going to be that productive? I just don't see it from a Real Madrid perspective. The contract is in place. So you have, if you're Real Madrid, as Rafa was alluding to, you have the cards in hand where you say, look, this is where you are. This is where we are. We're not going anywhere. And to be honest, we don't think that you're going anywhere either. Because after you have threatened to do this time and time again, at some point Real Madrid sit back and say, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. If you want to leave, all right, sort it out. Let's see if you can figure it out. Otherwise, we'll see you next preseason, and we'll see you with Real Madrid next year.
Is this the boy who cried wolf?
Yeah, without question. And to Ali's point, I think Real Madrid hold the cards here. Cristiano Ronaldo is sitting on a contract, a rather large one. If he wants to leave, I'm not sure how many clubs there are in the world who pay what Real Madrid want in terms of a transfer fee and can probably demand, and then match Ronaldo's wages or gives him what he's looking for. So if you're Florentino Perez, at this point, you're calling his bluff.
I think the lads have said it all. I think that Perez has called Ronaldo's bluff. I think he's the hot air that's come out of Ronaldo, and Perez is sticking his ground. Says, just as the boy said, you're under contract, mate.
Raf, the big question when I look at this is, why does it play out in the media? Why can't this just be kept private? What has Ronaldo got to gain by going public with this and making these sort of hidden statements when he knows basically it's all down to Florentino Perez? Why can't he meet him privately, agents all together, and get this sorted outside of the newspaper headlines?
I think you almost have to turn this question on the head and say the fact that it's happening publicly is a reflection of the lack of progress.
Right.
The fact that nothing is really going on behind the scenes forces the interested party, namely Ronaldo, to keep this going. I mean, he used the Champions League final to make this point. And don't forget, I mean, Real Madrid, yes, is Florentino Perez, but Real Madrid is not owned by Florentino Perez. He has to stand for re-election. He is effectively controlled by the socios, by the members, and public pressure counts for more than at places where there's an owner, an Abramovich or John W. Henry, and no one can do anything about it. So at these clubs, a little bit like Bayern, a little bit like Barcelona, things are more public by nature because of the democratic setup of these clubs. But is it effective? Is it actually working? I'm not so sure. We saw some of Madrid papers saying, Ronaldo, please stay, but it doesn't seem to have swayed Florentino Perez so far.
In a word then, Raf, is he at Real Madrid at the start of next season?
I'd be very surprised if he wasn't.